Good morning, everybody. Lately, as I have been getting closer and closer to that point where I'm going to lose that extra $600 a month that I'm getting right now for the entrepreneur stipend, I have been thinking more and more about what I would do if I was facing homelessness. How do I transition into that? How do I sell things quickly? When I was worrying about having a job, I got fired, as I told you, and I got a payout that was only going to last me so long. My car payment eats up a huge portion of that, and I wish I could get rid of it, but I mean, it's not a lemon, so the lemon law doesn't apply. Not that we even have that here in BC. I owe more than what the car is worth, so even if I sold it, I would still have those payments coming out until that amount of money was taken care of. So that doesn't really work. So as I've been thinking about this, I've been wondering, like, what could I do to stop myself having to transition into that? So number one, obviously, is getting control of my spending. There's no way around that. I have a lot of things that I don't really need, lots of art supplies that I don't really need. I could sell my plants, my TV, which is older and does have one tiny little dot on it. I could sell my second monitor. I could try to sell my books, although they're not known to be major money makers. I could sell this decorative flag that I've got. I have some artwork originals that I have. I've got all of my jewelry making supplies, which was several $1,000s. So were the art supplies, to be honest. They're also $7,000 or several $1,000s. So I could get rid of all of those. That might buy me a month. I would return my car, but again, it's negative equity, so there's nothing I can do about that. I would likely have to sell my bike, which I could probably get about $1,500 for it, which again, that would buy me 1 month. So I might be able to push it off by another 2 months. Now, back when I had gotten fired, I was on Indeed and every other job site that I could possibly find, even when the listings were super old and they'd already hired the candidate and the candidate passed their 3-month and they were going to stay there forever, or the person who went on maternity leave had already returned back, but for some reason the job posting was still up. Like lots of cached postings as well, like things that I just knew I wasn't ever going to qualify for, and or things that required thousands of dollars in schooling, which I can't afford to pay it, so I can't afford to do it. Even though everyone says, well, get a student loan, blah, blah, blah. Well, the student loan only offers so much money. And in British Columbia and in Canada, the amount of money that you qualify for with a student loan is based on your previous year's income. So whatever you reported to the CRA, or the Canada Revenue Agency, that's what they base your previous year on. When I had my lucrative job, it would have been over 70 grand, which means there was no going to school for me that next year, because they would be like, well, you made more than enough money. You should be able to save. You should have no problem doing this. And of course, that's not true. It's just not how it works. So I thought, okay, I'll wait a year, which is right now, and go do my jewelry course in Campbell River. My car is new enough that I can drive the 40 minutes each way every single day and still get all the way into Comox to go to work, which is another 10 to 15 minute drive right now, which is going to get much worse in January once they start the construction. And I figured my car would probably be good enough. But what I didn't consider in that very moment was that winter comes to Canada. And so I need to get winter tires, which on my car, because it's an EV, would be several thousand, probably, I'd say probably about $2 grand. That was my laundry. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm not going to be able to buy a house until I figure out not only how to monetize this channel, but also how to do a better job of saving money. Anyway, I'm getting off track. The point is, I have started to take stock of what I own and what could fetch a price of any kind. What I could possibly, like, for books and whatnot, I could go to the bookstore, trade those in, get X amount of percentage of cash, on them as a result of turning them in, and then buy some more. Maybe those would help me, you know, get a job online or learn how to do something differently than what I'm doing now, or teach me how to cook, because I'm a terrible cook, mostly because I hate it. And it just doesn't seem worth the time for a single person. Anyway, I do wonder with homelessness whether I would be able to move into my car. Even with just my clothes and hygiene items, that's like the whole back seat. So I'd probably have to change the way that I'd have to change everything. I don't know where I would go to the bathroom. Like, businesses are shutting down in many places in the world, but here specifically our 7-Eleven closed down, the one that's close to me anyway, because it just was too much for the owners. There was too much theft. There were too many homeless people hanging around outside and accosting their customers. There were violent outbursts. There were, I'm sure, a whole bunch of incidents that I don't even know about. And it just got to the point where it wasn't worth them operating a business anymore. And so I worry that that kind of thing is going to continue to happen. And any place where I could conceivably go and use a free bathroom, which many businesses have put up signs saying no public washroom. There's a lot to think about. Where would I shower? Like, would I have to get into the ocean even when it's, 3 degrees outside or colder? I wouldn't want that. I'd have a heart attack every single time I go in there. Like, how sustainable would that be? And although I'm literally driving a large battery around, I still have to continue to pay for it. And so in the short term, I could use it to heat a kettle and, give myself like a sponge bath or wash my hair or whatever. But then what if I need to charge it? The free charger that we had is gone. And the one that the city offers to us is only able to be used for 2 hours at a time. And you can't access it overnight. So it's not like you could just leave it and charge it overnight. Nope, they shut it down. So after, I think, 8 p.m. you can't use it, or 9 p.m. I can't remember what the time is. That confluence of factors of where I live, our current homeless and drug situation, well, not just drug, just addiction in general. That addiction thing, the wild cost of living in this province and worrying about what's going to happen in the future. It's enough to make anyone go insane. The algorithm served me a video of an Australian lady who got kicked out of her apartment, and Australia has a lot of the same issues we do, not only addiction, but extreme cost of living. And even though she was working full-time, she was terrified that she wouldn't be able to pay her rent. And I'm not full-time. I have been applying to jobs every day, trying to find something to up the amount that I'm bringing in every month, because what I will be making after I'm done with the Entrepreneurs on the Rise stipend won't be enough to cover my bills. I don't think it'll come down to a point where I can't pay my rent, but I'm pretty sure I won't be able to pay off anything like credit, my line of credit, which as it stands is only about $6,000, but still, I still need to make monthly payments. My credit card is at almost $1,000 again, so I have to find a way to get that back down, and I have to shut down all of that spending, which means my entertainment that allows me to escape for a small period of time would have to be shut down. So no more Amazon Prime, no more Netflix. My cable bill is also paid to the same company who has my internet, and I have to be online to be able to search for jobs. So I don't know what the solution is. I don't know what to do. I am worried though. Sucks to be living in this town, Sucks to be living in this province. Yeah. Anyway, here's hoping I can monetize sooner rather than later, because that's kind of what I'm relying on at this point. I've changed my resume 100 times. I've highlighted certain skills that I thought would fill jobs. I've watched videos on that kind of thing. And so far, I'm not even getting a call. I used to apply at 6 places and get 3 interviews within a week. Now I apply to 50 places in a 2-month period or more. Sometimes it's 10 or 13 in a day, and I don't get anything. What does a person do? I don't know. Anyway, hit that subscribe button, please. Turn on the notification bell if you like. Share the video with your friends. I don't know, help me get out there so I can find a way to save my ass. Maybe buy some of my art. I put up my stickers on my Etsy shop, which I realize I have not been linking before now. I will in this video. Anything, that would be amazing. Okay, thanks for watching.